the first step that we need to do is just to create that inverted sphere, and that's going to take a script. So this is a script that I found online, and I will drop the link to the script to that below. I already have it here, but I'll just do it again. So I created a scripts folder, so go ahead and create a scripts folder under the assets, and right click, go to create, and create a C# script. I'm going to title it invert sphere 1. Yours will just be invert sphere. And then the code that we're grabbing from is inverted sphere.cs. So you can just copy this code here. In Unity, you open up the script you just made. You should have Visual Studio installed. You can just Control paste the code that you got from that source, and it's called inverted sphere, but I'm just going to put a 1 next to everything that says invert sphere. So I just did Control F, and anything that says inverted sphere it highlights, and I'm just going to put a 1 next to it, and make sure you save it. And once you save it, exit out of that. Now that you have that script here, you can just go to Game Object, create Other, Inverted Sphere, and create Inverted Sphere. And once you type on that, you can see that the game object pops up over here. And you can select the sphere size here or just resize it later. But I'm going to click on that and then go to F to find it. And just in the inspector, it's at 000, so maybe moving it up a little bit. There you go. And I'm going to scale it up a bit. And I kind of think I want to move it to be in front of my camera. So I'm going to rotate my camera around. You could go into any 360 images that maybe you have, or I have downloaded these free stylized skyboxes here. Just going to grab one of the materials and you can apply it. So you can see you'll walk inside of this sphere and be sort of enclosed into it, and you can leave. So you've got this little bubble. Now let's just copy and paste that sphere and move the second one over. And so this is going to be our 360 video. So this is our 360 image. Now we're going to do 360 video. Here's where it gets slightly complicated, and there might be other ways of doing this, but I'll show you the way that I found that works. So my immediate reaction here is that I really want to drag the material, the 360 material that I made, and drop it onto the sphere. However, this will not work. So let's go to this inverted sphere and just make sure that we say 360 video. Then this inverted sphere, we'll title it image. We need to create a custom shader for this sphere. In your shaders folder, just create a folder called 360 materials. I already made one, so I'm going to put a _2 next to that. Here, you just need to create a shader, a standard surface shader, title it 360 or something. You can double click on that and it'll open up Visual Studio Code again. You'll just Control Alt, delete it, paste in the shader code that I provided below. I just used ChatGPT to write this code. So that is super duper helpful and awesome. Because it's hard to find things online. And I don't know how to code in C# yet. Here is a custom inverted sphere 360 video shader. So that's what you should title your shader if you're using this, or you're gonna have to change it here. Totally gibberish to me, but I do know that it works. And then once you paste this in, just make sure that you save it and exit out. And then you're gonna have to create a material. So I'll just read to what I did already. I went to create material, and you can drag your shader onto the material, and then you can drag the material onto the inverted sphere. There's one more thing we need to do to get this to work. So we've created our shader and our material. Now we need to come up here and make sure we have a video player. So this video player is going to be video player for our sphere. And if you click on that, you can select the video clip. So 360 video clip, nope, play on awake. All right, so here the difference between the video player with skybox and the video player with sphere is that in render mode, instead of render texture, we need to do material override. And the renderer is going to just be that sphere, inverted sphere 360 video. And now when you press play, it should work just right. I played around with ChatGPT. It didn't just give me the perfect code immediately. So when you like flip the normals, you've got like a front and back of this object. And so I had applied the shader, and whenever I went inside of the object, I could still sort of see through the sky, and it was very disorienting. So I had to tweak the ChatGPT code around and like find the thing that actually worked. Let's close up this tutorial with getting that stereoscopic video onto a 2D plane. When you exit out of play mode, you're just going to see that your material looks white. That's fine. It's still working. So make sure you save your work, and let's go in to create a plane here next to it. So right click, 3D object, create plane, or stereoscopic video, that's what I'll call it. And I'm just going to change the orientation 90 degrees, turn it this way, and make it a little bit smaller. Cool. So if you click this, you can see how it aligns with the other items. So I'm just going to push it back. Okay, perfect. So you essentially do the same thing for this plane that we did for the video inverted sphere. So in your shaders folder, go ahead and make a stereoscopic folder. And same thing as before, you're just going to right click, create shader, standard surface shader, open it up, and just copy this stereoscopic video shader that I've provided below and save it and exit. And then go ahead and create a material and call it stereoscopic shader or something like that. And so I've already made it, but you would then drag and drop your shader onto it. You can grab this and you can drop it onto your plane. And I went through a few different iterations of this shader as well with ChatGPT. Now the shader, actually you can see it from the front and back of the plane, so that's really nice. Lastly, we just need a video player. So I'm going to copy this video player here and paste it. I'll title it Stereoscopic Video Player, and then change the video clip to the stereoscopic video, and make sure you're on material override, but change the renderer to your plane that you made. Oh, make sure you get the right one. So I called this one stereoscopic screen. And cool, so now it should work, so we'll press play. So back to the first thing that I was showing you. We've got a 360 image, 360 video, and stereoscopic video player. And then we can also change the skybox and just do a whole bunch of things. So I'm going to look at it in VR real quick. Cool, so I'm looking at the video and still think it looks really flat, but maybe one of y'all will figure that one out for me. And then our little bubble that we created, cool. And then our image that we created. And it looks really well. And so you could put a video inside of the video inside of the video and get really experimental with it. You can incorporate 3D objects and make things interactive and grabbable. And cool, that is the end of this tutorial. So thanks for watching.